it's gonna go until the season end. They gonna play the season in it. And what I mean by that is, let's just jump right into it. Mel Kiper is, the guy who sit on every NFL draft. He all out unknown, and then there's other guys they done brought in. But Mel Kiper the main guy, right? So Mel Kiper get on there, and he's talking to one of the ESPN guys, and they're like, hey, who the #1 quarterback? His first thing come out of his mouth, he says, Carson Beck and SHEDEUR. So when he said Carson Beck, that let me know where he stood at right out the gate. So he went to naming everything about Carson Beck. Yeah, he was the 200 and something recruit, and he was way down the line, 22nd or 20-something quarterbacks coming out that year. And he done worked his way up, and he's doing a fantastic job with Georgia. Just hyping him, right? Just hyping him. He get to SHEDEUR and say SHEDEUR was the 15th quarterback. 15 other quarterbacks was in front of him. Now for Carson Beck, he ain't say nothing about who Carson Beck finna play. He ain't say Carson Beck finna play that cupcake team, that D1 AA cupcake squad. He ain't say nothing about that. He ain't really say how the quarterbacks throw that ball. So really, y'all, in the NFL, teams lose because they decide not to have their eyes open. If I got to pick Carson Beck or SHEDEUR, and this ain't because I rock with Coach Prime and them, this just looking at it. When I was watching that boy in that game versus Clemson, right, I like really locked in on him. The first half, he couldn't do garbage. Nothing. No. I need a quarterback that can go out there and make it work. No matter if you got all Americans around you or not, you gonna make that thing work. So when you look at, and I was watching the draft from like 98 to like maybe 2000 something. And when I was doing that, I used to see what players I really rock with, right? And I used to see college guys who had it like that and college guys who didn't. And I used to call it out. No lie, y'all. I used to call this thing out like, nah, I wouldn't draft him. I don't think he ain't really got it like that. I know he balled, but he ain't got it like that. And I ain't saying I was like a wizard at it, but I was a quarterback guru with picking them. But I could pick some ones that, nah, he ain't going to do it. Oh, that one can, but that one can't. I just had it for some reason. Well, looking at Carson Beck now, man, they be running plays where not to knock him. They be running plays where he'll run over there almost to the running back. Like, he'll get that dog, and they'll count that as a pass. Like, bruh. So when you really look at it, no matter what Mel Kiper them saying, he really basically saying Carson his #1. Because when he laid out Carson stuff, he ain't even get into who they play this year or nothing. They know Georgia gonna win. They know Georgia gonna roll call. They know Georgia's sitting pretty. They know that. But with us, the man immediately went to, well, they play Nebraska, and Nebraska is a better, strong defense and all of that. That's gonna really show us something. Man, what? Bro, Carson Beck only started this year right here, right? Now, he ain't no quarterback that dominated like a Jalen Hurt went out there and dominated. Tua went out there and dominated. Quarterbacks just go dominate. Like, they get in the game like, boy, this is my game. So he ain't do that. He get out there, he just play to me. Like, he just operate. Like, okay, I'm good enough for everybody I got around me. And this not to knock him. He gonna get drafted. But how he gonna do in the NFL? I don't think he gonna be like that. Just real talk, y'all. I don't think Carson Beck gonna be like that. It is no knock on him. You could write this down. If you could just write this down for me, I don't see him like that. Like, he was throwing some passes in that game, but you couldn't tell, like, when you look at Clemson quarterback and Carson Beck, to me, there was almost no difference. It's just Carson Beck, them second half, got it going, and Clemson couldn't. Because Clemson quarterback made a throw, he made a throw, but it went like they was out there just taking over the game. So I'm thinking to myself, Mel Kiper, you done been in the game long enough, big dog. You ain't got to bow down to ESPN or nobody else. Say what you really feel. You done seen SHEDEUR ball at Jackson State 2 times. You done seen him ball at Colorado with no line. Still, I mean, I got line, but it wasn't nothing like that. And he just went to talking about everything SHEDEUR done been through. And I'm thinking, bro, put SHEDEUR at Georgia last year. They winning the chip. Hands down. But people act like they don't see it. So when it's all said and done, honestly, y'all, I'm glad they doing it the way they doing it. Because that means the New York Giants, who I don't know if they like that or not right now, because I ain't locked in on the NFL, but this year I'm going to lock in on it and I'm going to watch because I want to see what the talk is and where SHEDEUR supposed to go and all that. So when I see all that, that'll let me know what's up. But if New York ain't like that, we don't need SHEDEUR there. We need him with a winning squad or a squad that just only missing a quarterback. Y'all, honestly, I just don't see BECK like that. Like, I'm going to watch BECK this year. I'm gonna watch all the quarterbacks that supposed to be top like that. I just want to see. I don't see him like that, y'all. I really don't. But it ain't me picking, but I guarantee you if I was, we picking SHEDEUR. Or matter of fact, I'm picking SHEDEUR before I pick Carson Beck. I'm picking Cam Ward before I pick Carson Beck. I'm gonna see if Jalen Milroe can really throw like that. And I take him before I take Carson Beck. I'm taking, man, he just don't move me like that. He don't move me like that. Charles, you say if you had to pick up, I don't even know what you're talking about, Tom. Duck Life, I did play. I don't play now. Chris, you said Quinn or Jackson Dart winning the Heisman. I'm put like this. They got a good chance because they on winning teams. And I know they should win pretty good. So whoever can come out with the least amount of losses and whoever can have them run. You know what? I would say Jackson Dart over Quinn because Jackson going to run it. Jackson going to run him some TDs. So, you know, in the SEC, you throw about 40 TDs and run 10 of them, yeah, you the Heisman out the gate. You know, that's a whole nother story another day. I might have to ride out on that. Who they going to forcefully give this Heisman to? Because right now, honestly, SHEDEUR should be mentioning the Heisman. I seen some people mention it, but everybody trying to downplay. They got Cam Ward at the top and other stuff like, bro, Cam did his thing, but SHEDEUR should be in at least top 5 of the guys in the country doing it. But they ain't doing that. So really, y'all, this thing a popularity thing. But I feel for the NFL team that has a choice to pick something like on my forehead or something. To have a choice to pick out of BECK and Sanders. That's going to be on them. Because I ain't picking BECK unless Cam done got drafted and everything. I think Cam will get, well, y'all, they let these people, they let the hype up stuff get them. Carson Beck not like that to me, y'all. If you bring him to Colorado last year, they would have beat the brakes off him. No, sir, I don't see him doing it like that. I just don't. He could be him, but I don't see it like that. So, Real, what's happening? E, you say, God bless you, my. Hey, appreciate it right back at you. Chris, you said Colorado is overrated. They not going through the grind of the SEC. We ain't even worried about that part. If you put SHEDEUR and switch him, SHEDEUR would have won Georgia chip last year. They would have been back to back to back chips with SHEDEUR. I guarantee you, if you put Kirby Smart to a lie detector test and say he would love to have SHEDEUR over BECK, Betty say he'll take BECK. SHEDEUR. He would have won that chip. Sam, you say Carson Beck is nowhere near as good as SHEDEUR. He not, but they hyping that thing up. Chris, you say Cap push SHEDEUR against a real team and see what he does. No. Oregon was loaded. We ain't had no loaded squad. Put him on Georgia and watch him with a loaded squad. Boy, he would have balled out. Y'all know that number 11? He from Polk County. He from Mulberry or whatever, right? Y'all don't know about that, but he from Mulberry. Transferred to Lakeland High School, big time high school, Lakeland. If SHEDEUR had him, you would have seen number 11 scoring so many TDs. Hey, go long as you can, boy. I'm going to throw that thing. They couldn't even really. I ain't knocking my boy. BECK, do your thing. BECK, you in position to change your whole family life, big dog. Change it. They finna give you that fat boy contract. Change it. Change your whole life. But don't run through that money, because, man, I don't know if you're going to make it to that second contract. Not saying it like that. I'm just saying take care of that first contract. You might be a backup. You know, do your thing. But I don't see Carson BECK leading I don't see him leading the championship team. Now, you know, I done seen Trent Difford lead a team because the defense was stacked out. But you got to have something like that. I just don't see BECK like that, y'all. And Mel Kiper really wanted to say BECK number 1, SHEDEUR number 2, but he don't feel like dealing with all that. And probably he know Prime for real, and he don't want to just go out like that. So he say, overall, I'm going with both. But when you hear him talk, it was like Carson BECK was, yeah, they got a squad. They got everything going his way. It's cupcakes over there. It's cupcakes and rainbows. He's good. But Colorado got Nebraska. I'm like, bro, get that garbage out of here, man. Miss Kimmel, what's good? AJ, you say I'm picking SHEDEUR over BECK because SHEDEUR is more mobile and more correct. That experience speaks volumes. 4-year starter and was starting in high school like that, man. That's a lot of years starting. I done seen everything you could throw at me. BECK only got 2 years. When them NFL start, he's gonna be, well, at least I get my money. Chris, come on, man. You got to see it for real. Sam, what's good? Platinum, what's happening? RO, you say, what you talking about, man? SHEDEUR better. I think SHEDEUR the best quarterback. I like SHEDEUR. I like Cam. I got to see if Jalen Milroe can throw like that. I'm going to go check out my boy Brady Cook in Missouri. I'm going to see what he look like, really. Who else I think 5'5" quarterback? The quarterbacks at Texas A&M and Notre Dame, they both looked like, dog, they were throwing some garbage passes. I like, where they going to draft them at? So, I think by far SHEDEUR head above everybody. That's what I should have named this. Chris, you say Jackson is better. No, Jackson better than Carson BECK. He ain't better than SHEDEUR. But far as the team set up, Texas, Ole Miss, and Alabama, even Georgia, them 4 teams are set up basically for the quarterback to win the win the Heisman. They are. Just hands down, one of them 4 quarterbacks got a great possibility to win it. SHEDEUR does too, but we got to win. And Travis Hunter should be in there too. And Cam going to have his name in there too. Miss Kelmer, you say, Bad 5, you say what's crazy is that they took down Nebraska full game, but full game for... Y'all, they do whatever they want to do, man. Y'all, they be wilding. AJ, that lie detector test, boy, hey, that thing... If you could rewind it and let my boy get a 3-peat with SHEDEUR, boy, he'll take it in a heartbeat. Bring me SHEDEUR, boy. That boy tough as nails out there. You see that boy ain't got no O-line throwing for 3,200 yards and got dirty Carson BECK. I gave you the gold mine, and you can't take me to a chip, boy. Sit down somewhere. Come on, SHEDEUR. That's what he'll say, but nobody ain't gonna say that. You know, I say it because it's the truth, but ain't nobody else gonna say it. Miss Stevenson, you say they really don't want gear to. That scared me a little bit, y'all. I quit. Well, hey, yeah, they don't want to get BECK nothing. God dog, it's a lot of mosquitoes on it. Well, CP, you say you can see there's a big difference between SHEDEUR and BECK. I think Dart is better than BECK. Correct. Jackson Dart is better than BECK, but everybody hyped up on it. But I think Jackson Dart gonna change that this year. I think he gonna change that narrative. But you know, if he ball out, Mel Kiper gonna be saying, well, It's out of Jackson Dart and Carson Beck and then SHEDEUR, you know? That's who it's out of. So, that's how they roll, y'all. Oh, backfire, stop that. Backfire, stop that, boy. Chris, you say, I'm just saying Georgia had a better record than it. Correct. Now put SHEDEUR on there, and you got a chip, Chris. Chris, hear me out. I agree with you. They had a better record and everything, better team and everything. But put SHEDEUR in place of Carson Beck and give us Carson Beck. Carson Beck, we don't even know his name no more. But SHEDEUR, ooh, that boy would have won the Heisman. Oh, God, dog. That boy would have won the Heisman and the national championship. Hey, that's it, right, y'all. I'm going to jump off. I might come back on. If my son ain't in the chair getting a haircut, I'm going to come back on. Hey, holla at y'all in the hot second.